And he qualified for this event courtesy of his victory in the Viper Championship. Put down Steve Jarris and then Ryan Simonelli.
See, now there's your loft because there's so much friction there. He's trying to get the ball to delay hook. So he went with the loft on that show right there. And that's what ended up winning it for him.
It was his only win of the season, had 3 fourth-place finishes as well, as he made 4 telecasts this season. Can max out right now at a 234. And Rhino shifting over to the chameleon oil pattern. Yeah!
Not bad. Get a little break there and kick the 8 out. This ball's going to go through the pins really, really hard. Watch the angle right here. So bowling ball goes right by the 8 pin. Rhino Page is like, come on.
Might need my notes.
Hey, Rhino, what does it say on that notepad?
Well, I'm actually playing these patterns pretty similar here. I'm just going to open up my angle a little more on this lane because of extra friction.
We've seen a lot of the bowlers here today with their cheat sheets. And it's really necessary. I mean, 5 oil patterns, you got to remember, okay, need to do this and adjust this time.
You'll see players do that regularly throughout a normal event because they're crossing through so many lanes.
It's the pocket to collapse, but rarely do you see it on television. You guys pretty much know what's going on.
Only bowling on 2 lanes on television, right? During a tournament, the players are crossing pairs, going through the entire house, and certain lanes have certain characteristics. Right now, they're bowling on 5 different lanes, 5 different oil patterns, and trust me, everybody's got some cheat notes somewhere, some notes written down where they're standing and where they're looking, and then, based on the success that they had in the first 5 frames, they'll add adjustments to those notes.
Second pair of strikes for Rhino Page as he begins the foundation frame 9th over on the Scorpion oil pattern.
Well, he gets a strike here. He can finish up, strike out in the 10th frame and shoot 234 and put himself in great shape to grab one of the top 2 spots.
He came into the back 5, 33 pins behind your leader, Bill O'Neill.
Hook. Oh, yeah.
Got the hook, gets another strike.
Now, I wonder if he's going to go back to the urethane ball on the Cheetah oil pattern here in the 10th frame.
Rhino got a strike on the Cheetah in the 5th.
Well, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He gave it some more angle. He yelled for it to hook, and boy, did it ever.
Nice edit job.
I think he needs all 3 in the 10th here, Rob, to have a chance.
Again, Bill O'Neill, after the first 5 frames, was your leader. Mike DeVaney trailed him by 2 pins. In 3rd place was the man who will step up when Rhino Page is done, Norm Duke, who trailed your leader by 21 to get in the top 2, move on to your 5-frame title match. Page in the 10th on the Cheetah. There's 1.
What a nice shot. Boy, he's really done a great job. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th frame.
What's that, Hoss? There you go. So used to switching lanes. I'm over here.
Get that urethane ball to look like reactive resin on that short, dry Cheetah oil pattern.
4 in a row for Rhino.
Big shot coming up now. This will put him in the 230s.
This run here all but eliminates Kevin-Reuer.
Well, that shot there just never turned the corner. Now Rhino Page is going to need some help because remember, Mike DeVaney and Bill O'Neill are already in the 220s after only 5 frames.
And there's Bill O'Neill on the far left, your leader right now. Takes care of that. And Rhino Page, his day may be done at 2:23. That officially eliminates Kevin-Reuer. So right now, Page and Jurek still alive. When we return, it's Norm Duke, who has a bit of a NASCAR angle this week.
Really?
Yeah, you excited about that?
I am. I love it.
And here is Norm. His score through 8 can max out with a 2:34, and he's going to need a strong 9th and 10th to get himself up and be one of the 2 finalists to move on to the title match. Again, we mentioned the last broadcast, a very challenging season for Norm. Had a ankle injury, and then most recently a right calf injury. Back-to-back jacks for Norm.
Well, he can play out on the scorpion oil pattern, but not on chameleon. Real good stuff here. You see him playing out. He's going to play the same line, or maybe just a shade inside of that on the next land, this cheetah oil pattern. Norm is so good at controlling the direction of his rotation. You see him when he throws his spare ball, how he can roll that strike ball end over end. Getting it ready to throw on cheetah here, the shortest of the named animal patterns. He won on this very pattern back at the World Series. And right now, Norm looking for 3 strikes in the 10th frame to get himself into the 230s. Ooh! Well, he's looking for a little break here. This ball just a little bit high. Almost leaves a 4-9. 4 goes down. Doesn't fall into the 9 pin. Norm will only be in the 2 teens with a spare here. But hey, stranger things have happened, especially when you're bowling on 5 lanes and 5 different oil patterns.
Takes care of that one. Norm withdrew last week in Baltimore on the first day. He said he was 307 over and out. Again, that calf injury flared up on him. He thought he had it beat, and it snuck up, and he said that calf injury will come up and it'll tell you, hey, I'm done.
Yeah.
But the body and the mind are saying, no, you still got about 6 more games to bowl here today, and the calf says, no, you don't.
Yeah, it wasn't like he withdrew because he was bowling poorly. I mean, he got off to a really good start, but the injured calf wouldn't allow him to continue.
Last shot is a strike for Norm. So Rhino Page is in the lead for those who have completed all 10 frames with a 223. Norm Duke now in second with that 213. So Jack-Jurek and Kevin-Reuer are eliminated officially. But still to come, the big 2. Bill O'Neill and Mike DeVaney. DeVaney, the winner of the Scorpion Championship back in September. He'll take to the lanes when we return to Arlington, Texas. We welcome you back to the International Training and Research Center here in Arlington, Texas, as the 2010 PBA Experience Showdown presented by Bowl.com rolls on. Rob Stone, Randy Peterson, glad you're with us this Sunday as we take a look at the updated leaderboard. Top 2 finishers move on to the 5-frame final. Jack-Jurek, Kevin-Reuer have officially been eliminated. Rhino Page, Norm Duke still alive. Mike DeVaney needs a 214 or better to roll on. If he gets higher than a 223, he will automatically advance to the final. Here's his 6th frame, the shark. Way right of target.
Well, like I said earlier, anything is possible given the fact that they're bowling on 5 completely different oil patterns on 5 different lanes. And you see right there, Mike DeVaney steps up and just whiffs the head pin wide right on the shark, leaving himself a very difficult 1-2-4-7 spare.
That shot kind of like the season he described to us, kind of all over the place. Had a pretty decent World Series of bowling to begin the season. Late season, he fell into a funk at the U.S. Open. So it was the worst tournament he bowled in about a decade. But there's DeVaney cleaning it up, getting a spare.
Well, he worked with Del Ballard about a month ago and got his game kind of stretched out again because the lanes have been so dry this past season. Mike's obviously a power player, high rev guy. He's been standing in front of the ball return a lot. And when players do that on the right lane for right-handers, it tends to start shortening everything up. So Del Ballard got him to stretch things back out a bit, and what it did was it increased the size of his flat spot at the bottom of the swing.